Welcome to Power User with Crash Long Johns. That's me. We're now on part 2 of our CAT2 MS Form SharePoint list automate combo. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look at adding in the attachments piece to the actual automate to then allow you to also be able to capture if anybody does attachments, if your MS Form actually has attachments involved. With that said, let's get started and jump over to the computer. Now that we're at the computer, you'll see that we're back where we left off with our create item. At this time, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next piece so that way we can capture the actual attachment that was done in the MS Form. So we're going to do a new step. And in this step, we're going to do a compose action. With this compose action, what we're doing is we're able to capture our JSON that we need to be able to get our parse JSON piece. So for our input, what we're going to do is we're going to put in here and we're going to actually go down to our get response details and we're going to collect our add a photo of your recent activities, which is our attachment piece. Now we're going to go ahead and save this. Go ahead and test, and I'm going to just do it automatically with a recent one that succeeded. We're going to go ahead and test that. It's going to run. And while we wait for that to run, it succeeded. All right. So we're going to go ahead and expand this out, and we have our inputs and our outputs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and copy our input here. We're going to copy that. Now we're going to go back to edit. And there's a reason for this, and you'll see here in a bit. So now we're going to do a new step. In this case, we're going to do a condition. And the reason that we're going to do a condition is because we need to know if there's attachments or not attachment, because if there's not attachment, then it's done. If there's an attachment, then we need to go ahead and do the next step of getting the attachment added to the SharePoint list item row. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back down here to our get a response details, and we're going to get our add a photo of your recent activity. We're going to change this as not equal to blank. So it's not equal to blank. So if there's an attachment, it's not equal to blank, then we're going to do a yes. And if it is equal to blank, then we're just going to do nothing. So let's add an action to our yes side. And this is where we're going to do a parse JSON. We're going to get that. And for our content, we're going to go ahead and get the, once again, our response details. We're add a photo of recent adventure. We're going to generate from sample. And what we copied, we're going to paste that and we're going to say done. And there is our schema. So that's why we did that compose. Now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and do another add an action. And with this add an action, we're going to go ahead and do a get file. And we're going to do get file content, which let's go one more here, get content. So we're going to get our get file content from our OneDrive for Business. And actually that was the wrong one. So it's definitely get file content, but I just didn't pick the right one. So let's actually get you the right one to choose from. So we're going to again get file content, but we need to get file content using path. So get file content using path. And then with that, we're going to go ahead and pick our path in there. Now this is where it gets interesting because we need to get the file path. And you're probably saying, well, what is the exact file path? So what we're going to do is if you go into your actual Office 365 portal and we open up like OneDrive, within OneDrive, what you'll see is apps and Microsoft Forms, and then outdoor activity, which is the name of your form, and then it's got a question, and then if anything's been attached. So right now we know that our path is dealing with Microsoft Forms outdoor activity question. So what we're going to actually put in this get file content using path is we're going to go ahead and type this in. We're going to go /. We're going to do the apps. And then we're doing Microsoft Forms /. And then the name of our form, which is outdoor activity. And then /. And the folder is question and /. And now we need the name where you're going to use the parse JSON name. So there we go. Next, we're going to go ahead and do add an action. And we're going to do this one. We're going to do add attachment, which is going to be our SharePoint add attachment. We're going to pick our site address, which in this case is Crash Long John's. We're going to get the list name, which in this case is our MS form to SharePoint combo. Our ID, we're going to pick the SharePoint create item ID. And then our file name, we're going to do the parse JSON name. And the file content, we're going to get the file content using path, so the OneDrive file content. So there we go. We have our getting the attachment. So we're going to go ahead and save this. That's saved. There we go. Let's go ahead and now look at everything. So again, right now we have our 2 in here because we did a test. So let's go ahead and go to the outdoor. We're going to go test. We're going to do we're going to do manual and test. We're going to go to our MS form. We're going to do bike. Upload a photo, get a photo here, open that, wait for it to load. Once it's loaded, we'll go ahead and then submit it, and then we'll see what the automate runs here. So automate's running now. It's going to go through its process, which again, it's going to create the SharePoint list item row. It's going to then also attach the attachment because in this case, it's not blank in the MS form, so it says it's ran successfully. So let's look at our actual SharePoint list. There we go. It's been actually added, and there's the attachment. And we can even look at the attachment, and there it is. All right. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and stay tuned for next week, where we're going to talk about how to make sure that you're getting rid of those attachments in your OneDrive, which is your personal drive, so that way it doesn't eat up your space and memory cap. Thank you for stopping by. Until next time, keep learning.